I was doing stand up when I was 17 years old. Uh,
Wow.
you know what I mean? So that was like what I don't even know. Were you even you were like you were in diapers. You were like 9 years old or some shit. So it was a long time ago. So that's what I do. That's literally what I do. I entertain people, but I love waking people the fuck up. So inspiring is one word. Another word is like waking people the fuck up from the dream that we're in. You know?
How many shows have you done?
I don't fucking know, dude. I don't know. I don't know. I've thought about it before. Definitely over 1,000, but
Mm.
I don't even know.
Wow.
It could be a lot
Oh
more than that.
shit. Yeah. Definitely over 1,000 shows.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Wow.
Well,
So
you're talking about
you
trying to get on stage as much as possible from the year 1997 to the year 2010, and sometimes doing 2 shows a night, and sometimes doing 1 show a night, and sometimes doing 3 shows a week, 4 shows a week. So yeah, man, it's a lot of fucking shows.
I wish I had that experience. I have a show, and I believe in the 10,000 hour rule. It's hard to get 10,000 hours of stand up comedy, but with the preparation and all,
Well, it's
that's
hard, but
probably 10,000 hours.
in comedy, you probably don't need 10,000. Probably 1,000 is enough to really be fucking awesome. And I've met people who are really awesome who've done 30, 40, 50 shows. So there's so many ingredients to it. It's very hard to pin down. It's a lot about your presence and how you feel about yourself and how aware you are, and also how comfortable you are on stage, and also what's your joke writing ability, what's your ability to be present in the moment. So it's so many factors. It's impossible to predict who's going to be funny. I did a workshop. Steve Pavlina.
Yeah.
Like he invited me as a guest to be, to just come down with my girl and participate in his workshop. But of course, I ended up telling stories and being a big part of the whole thing. And at the end, I said I had so much fun. I said, look, if anyone here is interested in learning to do stand-up comedy, I'm willing to
Mm.
put 2 hours of my time in at the end of this, and I'm just going to teach you guys how to do stand-up comedy. And half the people, it was about 15 people, said, yeah, we want to do it. So I
Mm.
explained these are the structures, this is jokes, this is how you talk about pain. I just went through a little mini workshop for comedy, and at the end I was just inspired. I said, okay, and I did a little bit of comedy, and I said, okay, who wants to come up? And I had them write their own material. I said, who wants to come up and just tell one joke, do 1 minute of comedy? And one person came up and they were funny, and the next person came up and they were funny, and in the end, every single one of those people went up and they did comedy for 1, 2, 3 minutes. And dude, some of it was so funny, I was crying.
Oh.
Because it was such a loving environment, and people were so loved up from the seminar, and helping each other and growing. It was personal growth. That's what Steve's about. So that's what it was. People were in such a great environment. There was no pretense. No one was trying to fake it. No one was even trying to be funny. They actually, I don't know. I have to give credit to Steve because he created this environment that was so beautiful. But partially it was me. No one was faking anything. Everyone was so authentic, and they just came up and told pain from their lives that it was just so honest and so funny. We were crying. People were crying in the audience because people were Mormons talking about what it's like to be Mormons, and it was so funny. And there was one guy who was like a drug addict who told some fucking story about how he almost killed his father. I mean, dude, we were dying, and that just went to
Yeah.
show me, if you really get honest with yourself and you really get in touch with what you really want to say and your real pain, and you're not trying to even be funny, you're just sharing some crazy shit about your life, you can get very good very fast. So the real secret, that I've discovered in my later years, only recently, if you can get really, really authentic with your life and your pain and who you are, you can be very, very funny very, very quickly.
Oh, that's cool. That's very inspirational.
And that's what was missing when I was
To,
doing comedy in my 20s. I didn't know who I was. I was funny. I had some good jokes, some really fucking stupid jokes. I was
mm.
overconfident. I was loud. But I didn't really know who I was. I hadn't found myself or my voice, and that's why I never blew up as a comedian. I was very funny, but I was, I just went and did it professionally, and then that's it. But now it's going to be a different story because I'm fucking me a lot more. I'm a lot more me. I don't know if I'm 100% me, but even if I'm 80% me, that's probably 70% more than I was at one point
Yeah.
in my life. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
And
Uh-huh.
that's that authenticity, is so important, not just with comedy, with everything. Imagine you're that authentic with women or with your friends or even at a job interview. What happens when you're that authentic in life? You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's powerful, dude. It's powerful as fuck.
Uh-huh.
That's the authenticity, and that's probably the most important thing as a man to realize in this society where everything is about money and your connections and your car and where and status and all this fucking bullshit that's not real. How can we be ourselves? How can we be authentic ever? If we're just trying to make more money to impress people or impress girls, or it's fucking bullshit. So that's really the message that I'm trying to, trying to get across, and that's probably the main thing we're going to be talking about at the Infinite Man Summit next month. Is that authenticity? That how do you get authentic? How do you get comfortable with who you are and your intentions and being a fucking amazing man who can do whatever he wants in his life? How do you become the you that's okay to live the life you deserve? And that's really that's why I'm here, and that's why I'm excited about what we're doing, buddy.